Hello everyone, hope you had a great weekend. Let's go over the overall market, economic calendar, and some of the earnings and some of the names on watch for the week of August 8th. Last week we had uh, employment rate, which was really good. This week we have CPI, which is very important. The overall market look into CPI a lot, and we have jobless claims as well. We don't have any other major economic event for the week, which is good. And let's go over the overall market first. So uh, SPY is holding above 442. I talked about it in the pre-market webinars a lot last week that we are in a range, and SPY was holding between 436 and 441 for 10-12 days, and it was pretty choppy. Finally, we broke on Friday. We broke above 441.5, but the break was not that strong. Uh, the volume was not that big, and volume basically was not high, and it was super choppy. Check out 15-minute chart on SPY, and you will see what I'm saying. It is very choppy, and basically break is not really looking that strong. So we'll see what will happen this week. We talked about it a lot. Monthly and weekly chart on SPY looks all very like overextended. You can see that in RSI as well, but we are still holding above EMAs and 50 SMA, and everything looks good for now. Qs is looking basically the same. Let me have the all-time high on Qs. We are still holding above EMAs on Qs, and uh, it is basically choppy as well. We were in a range in the last week, and basically Qs is basically a little bit lagging, but it is still holding pretty strong. Nothing uh, basically extraordinary here. We'll talk about the levels tomorrow before the market open, and we'll see how Qs basically hold the level. For now, if you check out this 1 hour chart, you will see this trend line on hourly chart, which basically is showcasing Q's price action. So it seems like Q's want to basically break this for 370 zone, and if we break that, we'll see all-time high. For now, it is holding pretty strong, and that is for basically the overall market. Next week we have a lot of earnings again. We have Trade Desk, AMC, and what other names? The Workhorse, Fubo, Coinbase, and some other names like Neo, eBay, Blink, uh, Walt Disney, Palantir. We have Airbnb. We have a lot of names on watch for this week. A lot of earnings, and we'll basically talk about these names as well. But usually we talked about it a lot when we have earnings. It's better to play if you want to day trade, or even if you want to swing. It's better to wait for the earnings and then trade the day. For example, AMC, the trade start trading on Thursday, not like on Monday, because IV is high on Monday, and like uh, you will not have a high return on your investment. And if you swing, because IV will drop the day after earning, you will lose money if you play naked call or puts. If you buy call or buy put, or even if you like open any kind of long position, you will lose money because IV will basically go down, and your premium will lose value as well. It's better to wait for example, Neo after close on Wednesday, and check out the price action on Thursday and wait a few minutes and then trade NEO based on the price action and based on the probability of the trades, because after a few minutes I will basically settle, and then you can start trading and you will not lose a lot of money because of a huge IV drop. The first 10-15 minutes IV will drop, and even if you're right on a trade, even if you buy call and the price goes higher, you will lose money because IV is going down and your premium will lose value. So that is it. Let's go over some of the names that some of the names that basically may be good for the week. I will start from some of the major names that you guys usually watch. First of all, Amazon. Amazon had a good earning. It basically beat at earning, but it's basically sold off pretty hard, went back to 3300 zone and held this zone where we have 150 SMA, and it is trying to, I mean, if it breaks above 3390, it would be really good for an upside move all the way up till this 3400, 3430, which we have a resistance around there. And the next level, and on the downside, below 3300 is on watch. It's held 3300 pretty well in the last few days, so we'll not touch Amazon unless it gets above this 3390. It was very choppy in the last few sessions, and there was no real direction in the Amazon's chart. Next name, Tesla. Tesla looks also good in my opinion. It went very fast in the like in 3 days, and then this consolidation was kind of needed. It went around 700 zone and held this zone, which is like 150 SMA and EMA on daily chart. On hourly chart, it also looks good as well. So Tesla may bounce here. I mean, it may go down as well, but if it bounces above this zone, you will, this is hourly chart, a bounce above maybe 715 would be really good for a break above, a potential break above 726. On daily chart, again, it looks really good. Like, check out it went up with volume, and in these days that it is consolidating, the volume died down, and it is holding the like major levels as well. So that is for Tesla. Shopify also looks good, I think. It held 21 EMA very well. Like, check out on Friday, it closed above EMA, and Shopify basically does this a lot. Unless it gets below this 1480 zone, it is still looking good for an upside move and the break of this trend line. Like, when it broke it went 3 days in a row to the upside. Coin looks good as well. It has earning on August 10th, which is Tuesday, after hours. So on Wednesday, it would be good to check out our coins basically earnings and price action. So to the upside, it looks really good above this 230, 263, 264 zone. Facebook looks also good. It is holding above this 358, 360 zone. It went a little bit below this EMA, but buyers basically pick back up the price, and it is holding this zone. So if it holds this 360 and gets above 365, it would be good for an upside move for Facebook. Moderna also looks pretty good. It was a little bit choppy. Well, it is kind of expected because it went very like fast in and with like, I think It went from 350 up all the way up till almost 90, so almost $40, and its ATR is around $20. So it went up like twice its ATR in 2 days, and it needs some consolidation and some choppy price action, maybe normal. It was not really like, even on Thursday it was really good as well in the very first few minutes. But this consolidation is pretty healthy, even if it gets like below this around this 780, or even if it gets around 365 is also good and healthy for a next leg up on Moderna. So it is on watch. It really pays well in the very first few minutes when you get the right direction, and if you can read level 2 on time sales. Some of the other names are GS. Goldman Sachs broke this 394 zone and made new all-time highs with volume, with like the candle is very strong, buyers were strong, and daily chart was strong as well. On 15-minute you can see the price action is very clean and strong. So a break above this 380, 390 I would say is on watch for an upside move and continuation on GS. The other name is Microsoft. Microsoft is setting up for a great it's setting up very nice, and above this 289.5 we can have 290.5 an all-time high. The setup looks really good on Microsoft. Like on 4 hour it is more clear, I think. So it looks really good. Okay, so the next name is Docu. Docu also looks good. It is holding above 290 zone, which was previous all-time high here, and it made new all-time high, pulled back, bounced above it, and now it is kind of in the middle of 290 at 310. So it really looks good above 310 for a continuation. AMD was like, it was like amazing. It went up in 7 days in a row, and the moves were like crazy, and this consolidation was very necessary. Like it needed a consolidation, a pullback, and it even has more room down till maybe 104, and even on hourly chart we have 150 SMA on 105. So a break below this 109, 109.5, 110 would be good for downside, and if it does that, a break above this trend line would be good for an upside as well. So that is for AMD. Datadog, it had earning, it killed it, and made all-time high, and in like on Thursday and Friday it held above this 125, 126 zone, which is great. So it may consolidate a little bit more, but either side looks really good below 125, 126, sorry. 120 below 126 and above 135, or even above this 133 looks good for upside move as well. Square was like, the days it moves, it's like crazy. Like it moves without any consolidation, just straight. Like check out it on August 2nd, it was like crazy. The same on Thursday. It basically moves hugely and then consolidates a few days and then moves and then consolidates. So it is basically looking nice, and it may consolidate another day, and after that consolidation it is really possible to see another move higher. However, in the last 2 days it rejected all-time high twice, so I am not really that confident to basically have a swing on Square unless it breaks this zone, because it rejected pretty hard in the last 2 days. It rejected this zone, and on 4-hour chart, uh, it basically respects this 50 SMA a lot, like when it is on in an uptrend. For now it's looking good. Maybe it bounces moves a little bit lower, but if it gets below 270, 271, it would be good for downside, and a break above this 280 would be good for an upside move. And Nvidia looks good as well. It is creating this triangle basically on daily chart, and it is holding EMAs very well. So a break above this 208.27 would be good for a move around 208.7 and then all-time high, and it pays really well even after split as well. So but it is a little bit choppy, and I would really like to see it above 208.5 for a play on. Yeah, here it was really good in the morning on Thursday, but then it was choppy all day. And one more name, Snap. Snap also looks good if it gets above 79. It is super choppy, but it is holding above EMAs very well. So if it gets above 79, it may have room for a run, maybe all the way up to 73, 74, 75. And then last name is Robinhood. It paid. I didn't trade it, but it paid really well, and it halted on Wednesday a couple of times. It is holding. It basically broke this trend line on hourly chart, and we don't have a lot of data on this name. It just IPO'd, but a break above this 61 would be good for an upside move. If you check out even hourly chart, it would be really good to see a break above 60-61 zone. So I have that on watch, and the break below 50 also looks good for downside move. So that is it. We will post our game plans before the market open tomorrow. If you have any questions, please ask them in Trading Struggles, and basically we can answer them. And yeah, that's it. And we will have pre-market webinars every day, and in most of the days we will have live trades with you guys as well. We had a couple of live trades last week. We traded Moderna and I think Nvidia with Parsa, and it paid really well, and you could basically see how we trade and how we read time of sales on level 2. So I think that's it. We'll see you tomorrow in the pre-market and during the trading time. So have a great night. See you guys. Bye.